My buddy, the Big Oyster. Jamie Myers, what's the name of that restaurant you own?
Jake's Grill and Oyster House, Kronz.
And where is it?
Burlington, Ontario.
That's your last push on the restaurant. Listen, I'm Darryl Choronzey. I'm with a good friend of mine, the Big Oyster, Jamie Myers, and we're off of Bronte, Ontario, Lake Ontario. What are we fishing for?
Some beautiful salmon.
Big Chinook salmon. Stick with us, because we're going fishing.
I'm going fishing all the time, and my baby's going fishing too. Bet your life that your sweet wife can catch more fish than you. Any fish will bite if you got the right bait. Now here's a little something that I'd like to relate. With my pole and my line, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing. My baby's going fishing too.
Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey is brought to you in part by Yamaha, when you want the best. Abu Garcia, for life. Berkeley, catch more fish. And by Darryl Choronzey's Canadian Fisherman's Breading and Batter Mix. Closed captioning for Going Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, the makers of Canada's favorite fillet knives. The village of Bronte, Ontario, located on the north shore of Lake Ontario, is nestled in between the two larger cities of Burlington and Oakville. Now, in the early days, Bronte was actually better known as a small commercial fisheries port. Today, Bronte still stands apart from its more populated neighbors, with a variety of small specialty shops, picturesque scenery, and especially the Bronte Outdoor Harbour Marina and Lighthouse Restaurant. On this morning, Choronzey has met longtime friend Jamie Myers from Jake's Grill and Oyster House at the Outer Harbour Marina for a morning of close-to-home Lake Ontario Chinook fishing. Stay tuned as the boys ham it up on the water and match skills with the bruising king salmon of Lake Ontario.
Mr. Myers!
How long did that take, Darryl?
I never got all the rods down. You got them there?
I got him.
I never got the rods down. Don't jerk them too hard, Jamie. You know what? I never got the rods down. Just keep that line tight. I told you, Josh was out here last night. 17 fish they hooked and released. The Big Oyster fighting a big fish. Taking some line on you, eh?
Sure is.
Okay, how are we making out? Is it coming at all? Okay, what I want you to do is pull back and then wind on the drop. There you go. Get some line back on this guy. I'm gonna slow this down just a little, Jamie. We got fish all through here, you know that? Just don't give him any slack at all. Oh, I got one here too. Look out, I got one here, Jamie. God, now we're really in problem. Jamie, double. I don't know what we're gonna do, pal. Wow. Yeah, we do. When you get him near, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, Jamie. I'm gonna throw her in neutral, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'll fix that mess up later. 2 fish, Jamie.
Here it comes.
What do you got here? Oh, I'm hooked onto this other Dodger at the same time.
He's got me over
here.
there.
Jamie.
Here, you want me to get that rod around there?
Here. You take my ride. Hang on. I got it. Give me yours. Got it. Oh. You can't believe the mess you had here, Jamie.
It's like my fault.
I want to get this guy up. Where is he, buddy?
Right here.
Okay, you get him up a little. I don't want to break that rod. Watch here. Jamie, hold that rod.
Look at that big old boy.
Hold that rod.
Got him.
You got him. You got that other one on still?
Yep.
Let me get this guy into the boat. Holy smokers, Jamie. Oh.
You told me we weren't going to get any 30-pounders today.
I'm just going to dump him for the time being, Jamie. Lift him a little, Jamie. Hold it. Nope. Got him, Jamie!
Nice going.
Listen!
Good grab.
What do you mean, good grab? I had to take the one rod off you. She was tangled. That's 2 fish. I never got the 4th rod down. And if it seemed a little chaotic, put her there, buddy. I don't want to say the word. Starts with S and ends with T. And it's a short one, but holy cripe. Listen. The adrenaline was pumping.
That was wonderful.
Wait till you see what we just got. Now watch this, Jamie. You know? Ah,
Oh, look at that.
look at
baby.
this. 2 of them, Jamie. Holy cripe, Jamie. Look at this fish. Now, is that nice or is that nice? Hey, grab that other one. Let's show them what you got. Watch it, they bite. The big oyster in me.
Whoa! How do you
Now-
like that, baby?
Honest to God, no word of a lie. We've been fishing, well, a half an hour now.
Oh, maybe.
But I put the 3rd rod down, went to put the 4th rod down. Your rod goes off. I'm trying to net the fish for him. The other rod goes off. Nice fish, buddy.
Unbelievable.
What do you think? Let me just see those for a second. Now, let me just, nope, I got a container here. Okay, get your fingers out of it. Now, this is Bronte salmon. And again, we've only been out on the water less than 45 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
I built up a sweat.
So did I.
You know what? They won't be calling you the big oyster for long. You'll be wearing it all off today. Me too. Nice fish, buddy.
Very good, Darryl.
Open her up.
And now for the Darryl Choronzey's Canadian Fisherman's Breading and Batter Mix Campfire Comment.
Darryl, there's a lot of publicity right now and a lot of controversy around this Ringwood hatchery, and I understand you've got some opinions as to what's going on in terms of who's running it and what the products are coming out of there. And I maybe I don't grasp it all, but I'd like you to just elucidate a little bit about what the problem is there.
Hallucinate or hallucinate?
Let's hallucinate.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am upset over this. Listen, we pay taxes, plus we buy fishing licenses, right? And the money's supposed to go back in the fishery. We built Ringwood Hatchery, and I want to say this right up front. Metro East Anglers, thank you very much for taking over Ringwood on a short term. Now listen, our fishing license built that hatchery. Why should the government come along and say, well, we're going to shut Ringwood down? Why should the Federation of Anglers and Hunters come riding into the, you know, up and say, we're the Federation of Anglers and Hunters, we'll take over. They've got 80,000 members. Use the 80,000 members and say, Ontario government, we paid to build that hatchery. You guys run it. Instead of that, we've got a small group of guys, Metro East Anglers, saying, well, we'll take over for you. Well, what are we going to do? We're taking over one hatchery here in Ontario. Government hatchery paid for by Anglers license, right? Do we take over Chatsworth? Do we take over, you name them? All the hatcheries in Ontario? No. We built those hatcheries with government funds. The government should be running them. The government right now is short shafting the anglers. You know, we've got less money in natural resources right now. And if we keep saying we're going to take this hatchery over and help you guys, and we're going to take that hatchery over and help you guys, what's the next thing we're going to do? Are we going to become the conservation officers? Are we going to lay off all the conservation officers? I mean, it scares the hell out of me. We paid for that hatchery. I want to see the Metro East Anglers out of there. I want to see the Federation of Anglers and Hunters out of there. And I want to see my tax-paying dollars paying civil servants to run that hatchery. How was that?
I think you got some pretty strong opinions, and I think the controversy will continue to swirl.
I do not want to see the public running any government hatcheries. Taxpayers' dollars paid for it. Let's leave it at that. Let the government run the hatchery.
I think I understand your position.
Going Fishing returns with more Lake Ontario salmon fishing.
Here, Jamie. Mr. Myers, it's your fish.
All right.
The big oyster. Go get him.
Got it.
What do you think, pal? Is that fishing or is this fishing?
This is fishing.
Jamie, I'm just going to get in front of you, right? You keep that line tight. I'm going to pop one rod to get it out of the way. Just keep him out that side of the boat, Jamie. Okay,
Come on
you
out here,
keep
buddy.
him over to your side, Jamie. Show him some muscle. I told you, Jamie, Josh was out here. You know, my
Just a
son.
little one.
Yeah, my son was out here last night, and they caught and released 17 fish in 4 hours. Now, you tell me that isn't great fishing. You get him up here, Jamie. Now, this is a little bigger than that last one, Jamie. Get him up a little. Nice fish, Mr.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Meyer. Oh, there's lots of fish here, Jamie, I'm telling you. Look at that, look at that. Now, that's a next year's fish, Jamie. Okay? That's gonna be prime eating. But that's next year's salmon. That fish is, about 8 to 10 pounds right now. And he would go 17 to 25 next year.
Next year?
See the scales are falling off?
Yeah.
It's all fresh there. Nice looking fish.
Beautiful.
This one here, we're gonna fillet this up, eh?
Oh, I think that'll be a...
You got some, I guess you've got some recipes.
I got a few tricks up my sleeve for that one.
Put him here, buddy. You've just been slimed. Yeah! Nice fish, Jamie.
The 1-2 tackle combination for Lake Ontario salmon success in the last few years has been flasher and fly combos, which automatically means spin doctors and action flies. The flashers come in numerous color combinations, and as for the flies, that selection is even more mind-boggling. Then the question that's left to the angler, how do you match the choice of colored spin doctor with the colored choice of action fly? Then again, it pays to double up a flasher presentation with a small spoon, like the Moose Look, Darty, replacing the action fly behind the spin doctor. Once you've matched the color combination, you have to decide on the choice of speed. Slow speeds and the flashers don't rotate properly. Fast speed and the flashers churn around too fast. On this outing, it's a boat speed that ranges from 2.4 to 2.8 that puts most of the kings in the ice chest.
You got him, Jamie?
I got him.
Go for him,
look at
Mr.
these,
Myers. I got fish on the floor, fish in the box. You got him there, buddy?
Yep, got lots of fish
Hey,
today.
I got to slime you because I got greasy hands
I
right
probably
now.
deserve it.
Listen, I'm going to lean forward and pull that other rod, okay?
All right.
Jamie, these fish are everywhere. Okay, I'm going to take it this way, Jamie, and get them out of your way, okay? Just keep that rod tight, but don't jerk that thing too hard. Get that clicker. Strong fish, eh?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'll tell you what, Jamie, this
Turn that
fishery
boat a bit.
today is really, really coming on. You know, this is the best I've seen it in the last couple of years. How you making out, Mr. Myers?
Good.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't need a hand. I'm gonna get around you here. Feel good?
Yeah.
Hey? Buddy!
How good has this morning been?
This morning's been great, pal. I'm gonna pull that back just a little, Jamie. I really don't care if those lines start to fall. Lots of fish around though, Jamie. You know that?
What did you have this rod set at, Darryl?
That one was down 55 feet. Lots of fish. You know, that's been our real salmon slayer, that lure too. You know what, Jamie? This is as fast as the action we had out in BC.
Yeah.
Just watch we don't pull that hook out of me. You're grunting a little there, buddy.
I was up early today.
Okay, watch. Keep him up this way. Let me get this out of your way.
Here he comes. Oh, look at, he's a good size.
Has he got?
Don't
you're
run,
okay,
mommy,
you're okay.
baby.
Nice fish, Mr. Myers. Get in here.
Come on in
In here. Ah!
there. Wow, look at our biggest one yet.
Jamie, I can hardly lift him. I'm telling you, I can hardly lift that fish. Nice fish, Jamie. Hey,
Oh, look at that.
what do you think? Is that a dandy?
Beautiful colors on him too, eh?
Yeah, dandy. Really, really nice. Really hit that Myler fly. Oh, is that a dandy fish?
How many fish do you think you caught on this rod?
Jamie, I think that's 3 or 4 fish on that rod. Is that nice?
Oh, that's a beauty.
Now, you know what we said about eating fish, right? Out of Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say. I'm not afraid to eat fish like this out of Lake Ontario. You know, not every day.
I think you have the odd meal.
Once a month, you know. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this fish in the ice box, take it home for me. gonna put it in some brine. I'm gonna smoke it for you. Then I'm gonna bring you back some smoked Lake Ontario Chinook salmon. What do you think?
Looking forward to that.
Is that a dandy fish?
That's beauty.
Do a Bill dance and kiss that fish.
No,
I dare
I'm
you.
not gonna kiss that fish.
Nice fish, Jamie. Put her there, buddy.
And now for the Berkeley tip of the week. When flasher and fly fishing for Chinook salmon, remember it's important to experiment with colors of both flasher and fly. What a salmon chomps down on one day may be off the menu the next day.
You know, this was my fishing partner today. This is the Big Oyster, Jamie Myers. What's the name of the best seafood house in Burlington?
Well, I might be a little biased, but I think it's Jake's Grill and Oyster House.
It's the Grill and Oyster House. And what did I call it earlier?
Jake's Boathouse.
You know, how long since the change from the boathouse to the Oyster House?
9 years ago this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do cooking at my house today. On another show, you're going to see cooking that we do at the Big Oysters establishment. But listen, if you get the chance, honestly, there is no finer dining for seafood, steaks. What else you got there?
Oh, lots of great pasta, shellfish.
He's on Walker's Line, just south of the Queen Elizabeth in Burlington. I've been patronizing the guy for too long. I don't get enough freebies off him. Hopefully today I will get some. But if you get the chance, get to Burlington, get to Jamie's place. And what's it called one more time?
Jake's Grill and Oyster House.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Today, let's just talk. Right at the end of the day, or the morning, should we say, I said, let's put down the Walker Deeper Divers, right? And what it is, it's a planing device, and it takes the lure out and away from the boat, because the boat will scare the fish. You got the lure back here. I'm going to show you all. You can look at the lure right now, but I've got a little Williams moose luck on there, and we were picking a big salmon with it. But what happens is you've got about a 6-foot leader behind the Walker Deeper Diver, and it's a planing device, and it goes out from the boat, and it dives down. The fish hits the lure, pops the trigger, so you don't have that resistance anymore, and you can fight the fish. Again, the deeper divers and the small moose lucks. Now, my friend, pass me the main piece of hardware that we use today. Spin Doctor Flasher. Again, we were fishing anywhere from 40 feet down to 70 feet down. You got the flasher attracting the fish. You've got an action fly right there, and it doesn't look like much. But those salmon, they see that flasher, they come in and see the action fly, and they pound it. You know, and again, I'm not using telephone poles and cables. I'm using medium action rods. Right now, I've got 20-pound test trilene on here. I've got Fireline on the deeper divers, right? I wanted that braid on there. But I don't run much more than 20-pound, and that's even off the downriggers, and we're talking 25-pound fish. Did you have a lot of fun today?
Outstanding morning.
No matter what anybody tells you, Lake Ontario is not dead. The fishery is good. It could be a lot better if the Ministry of Natural Resources would get off their butt and stock fish in the right places, and I don't want to say that again, but dummy up, you biologists out there. But the lake isn't dead. There's a lot of great fishing out there. We picked up 7 Chinook in 3.5 hours this morning, and we had the double right off the bat.
That was fun.
Got the adrenaline going, eh?
Yeah.
Again, what's the name of this restaurant?
Jake's Grill and Oyster House.
Are we going to Jake's Grill and Oyster House to have something to eat right now?
I think it's a high time we had something to eat and maybe something to drink.
Okay. And I'll see you next week. And again, Jamie's going to be doing a show with me, I think, next week. And it's going to be on walleye prepared at the Oyster House.
Yeah.
Let's go for it, buddy.
Going fishing returns with the Napoleon Barbecue's Shore Lunch.
Now, today we're going to have planked, cooked, pinwheel salmon. And we're going to have a little crab in there, and we may have a little lobster in it. But you know what's really, really amazing? In the last 3 or 4 years, everybody's been into plank cooking, whether it's plank cooking salmon or plank cooking steaks or pork chops. Listen, I've been plank cooking for 35, maybe 40 years. The first time I ever tried plank cooked salmon was up in Vancouver Island with a good friend of mine named Terry Taggart, and another good friend named John Powers. Now, John was the outdoor writer at the time for the Toronto Star, and we went up there and caught some of their fantastic Pacific coho, and the local natives, or the local Indians, cooked them on planks, on cedar planks for us. So, listen, this isn't something new. I'm gonna give you a couple quick tips, so before you even start. When you're gonna barbecue, and listen, when you're gonna barbecue, let's keep the jobs in Canada. Buy a barbecue that's made in Canada. Now, you can go into almost any bookstore in Ontario, anywhere in Canada, and you're going to get books on plank cooking. Now we got a guy. Now, is that a bad hair day or is that a bad hair day? This guy's Ted Reeder. I think he's out of Toronto, and he's got a barbecue show, but he's got one. And not only do you get the cookbook, and you can buy this in most grocery stores, Ted even supplies you with the plank. You take the plastic off, you wet the plank, and it's all ready to go. Let's talk planks for a second. Okay, you can have Reeder's plank if you want. You can go into any grocery store or any specialty shop and you can get planks. cedar planks. But why spend a big buck on a cedar plank when you can go into Home Depot and you can buy a 12-foot long plank, cut it up into 1-foot sections, and for that 12-foot plank, you've got 12 for what you'd pay in a local grocery store probably. Now here's the tip. Make sure that it's untreated. You don't want anything with any kind of coating on it. It's gotta be a raw plank. So you want a raw cedar plank. Real quick, you take the plank and you submerge it in water for approximately 3 to 4 hours. Make sure it's sunk, you know, submerging means underwater. You want the water to soak into that. Then all you do is take your fillets or your fish, place them on the plank, put them on the barbecue around 350 degrees, and cook them for 12 to 15 minutes. Occasionally look, because chances are, even though that plank's damp, it's gonna catch on fire. And you've got your squirt gun, put the water on. Okay, let's go real quick on how we've done this. These are salmon pinwheels. Now, last year I did this on the show. I probably had 200 or 300 emails. How do you do this? It's really simple. You want about a 6-inch strip of salmon off the side of the fillet. Oh, anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 1 inch wide and 1 inch thick, okay? You take a combination of cream cheese, chives and green onions, a little bit of dill. You've got some olive oil. Now, here's what I've done. When I've taken the cream cheese and the different spices you want some garlic powder and stuff like that, I've gone over to the grocery store and I've got canned crab. You can get canned lobster, okay? I've mixed it in with the cream cheese. I've mixed it in with the chives and a little bit of the dill and the garlic. Don't forget the garlic. You layer it out and then you roll it into a pinwheel. That's what the pinwheel looks like. When you've got the pinwheel, you stick a toothpick through it to hold it together. You set it on the plank. Give it a little coating of olive oil, take the plank with the fish, put it in your Napoleon, close the lid, and let it cook. Now listen, do these pinwheels look great or do they look great? Now again, just strips of salmon, you've got cream cheese, you've got some spices, you've got some dill, you've got some onion, and on this one I've got lobster, and on this one I've got some crab. I just try a little bite. Absolutely scrumptious. Now listen, before I forget, don't pass up the phenomenal salmon fishing in British Columbia and also the great salmon fishing found here on the Great Lakes. I'm gonna finish this and I'm going fishing again. I'll see you next week.
For more information on today's fishing location and other going fishing destinations, visit goingfishingtv.com. Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey has been brought to you in part by Yamaha, when you want the best. Abu Garcia, for life. Berkeley, catch more fish. And by Darryl Choronzey's Canadian Fisherman's Breading and Batter Mix.
Going fishing.